Aluminum Spork.
Spork. What is up, everybody? Oh, I boomered it. Boomered it already. What is going on? Hopefully everybody's having a good night. I feel like something's up with my thing here. Check. All right, what the heck? Let me know if I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Way to start a show. Thank God it's still 2023. Welcome to Aluminum Spork. I'm Scott. We're going to be discussing giants. Are they real or just fiction? There's a lot of evidence leaning to real and maybe even some conspiracies of a cover-up. So we'll be discussing that tonight. With me tonight is nobody's here. So I'm going to be going solo on this one. But that's all right. I'm fine with that. I won't freak out. Anywho, we got Soul Assassin. He's here saying smash that there. So he boomered. Like and share the stream out. And then we had One Man Show at the beginning. I'm already losing my voice, so this is going to be awesome. We have Jane Theory. She boomered. She misspelled it. Nephilim, right? Yeah, that sounds about right. Biblical term. You know, the fallen angels, the son of God, and the daughters of man, you know, knocking boots, coming together, birthing giant babies. And known to be very strong. Now you hear negative about them, but you also hear they are the people that were great myths were spoke of, like a Hercules type, Gilgamesh, you know, people like that. So we'll get into that. There are many cultures, just like flood myths. Many cultures have giant myths in there, or giant facts in their history. Most all, I mean, I can't speak 100%, but I would like to say 90% of Native American lore has giants, some even having like red-headed giants that were man-eaters and they had to go to war and destroy them. I mean, there's some really great, I want to say folk, but it could be truth. You know, sometimes those stories get embellished, but it really was truth that it started from. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe I could put up a poll. We are right now should be on the YouTube. We should be on Rumble. Make sure you guys hit the like button over there on Rumble and follow me. Same as on YouTube. And also, I believe we might be on X right now. Previously known as Twitter. So let me see. I don't even know if I can tell if we're live on the X. Maybe if I go to my profile, I'll see. Yeah, we're live. Yeah. Wow. Pretty neat. Okay. I did not know I could do that. So yeah, we are here. Jane says very real. Soul Assassin says Jane, she is real. Zach says Merry Christmas, Scotty. You could join me, Jane, Zach's, anybody. Yeah, he says it. Let's see. Not even my Christmas flu will drive me from a solo stream. Wow, really? Okay, maybe I should do more solo streams. I've been told that in the past. Let me know in the comments if you guys want that more than anything. Soul says, are you saying that the multiple civilizations throughout time with similar gods might have been the same being, just with different names? Maybe. I mean, you know, a lot of people, I hate to say, you look at, now granted, the Bible, the Old Testament, was probably talked about for, you know, centuries, not even a millennia maybe, before it was actually written down. So I can't say the stories in that are newer than Sumerian, but a lot of them cross over in certain ways, except Sumerian creation stories are a little bit more, I don't know, alien, but we'll see. Leon says, Adam, Luke 3:38 first. Position, fallen angelic Nephilim, gardener, son of God, herdsman, is that 3 old. But yeah, it definitely, I didn't know that they talked the fallen angels in Luke. Definitely throughout in the Old Testament, they're discussed. But thank you for that. What did you just do? LDG, come on. That is, yeah, I'm still doing that thing. I know everybody stopped doing their boards, but I just got mine recently. LDG, hashtag free the net, gifted 10 Sporking News podcast memberships, man. Holy crud. Thank you so much. Like, that means I think you did that last month too. So thank you so much. If you have any links, share them, follow you wherever you are. I know you just like to help out people, when we were discussing that, I believe through X. So I really appreciate that. Wow. I don't even know what to say. Thank you so much. That's awesome. So yeah, whoever's out there probably just got one. Brahma Bull now has a sponsorship. Awesome one. You deserve it. Adam Price is here. Pinocchio's Helicopter Tours. Even ETEP Wanawanakooi. Bonham. Oh my God, AJ. I can't even say your name. But AJ, who hopefully will join us Saturday for, I don't know. Should I go back to just Sporky News Dump? I don't know what the name of the Saturday one is, but he's going to join us hopefully, and he's now a member also. That's really cool. Thank you so much. Keck 44 is here, so make sure you guys check to see if that gift is there, and you got One Man Show saying thank you. We also got 5 people over on Rumble. Please, guys, hit the thumbs up and comment so I know you're real. Storyman Jack says, my news story is all about this. Dude, your stories are getting better and better. If you guys don't follow Jack on X or on YouTube and Rumble, Jack, make sure you put your links in there because people really appreciate that. Oh, wow. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, finally, Zach's a member. Should have been before, but whatever. Zach's, he's just so perfect. Look at me. I'm Zach's. Anyways, I do want to show you guys what my wife and kids got me for Christmas. I actually called it as they threw it. I think I might have ruined it a little bit. I saw Phoenix Press had just did one. So when she threw it and I felt a little wiggle, I'm like, wait a minute. Is that a Funko Pop of me? So there it is. The Sporking Scott Funko Pop. It looks like UTEP. They say I'm always on my phone. So there's a cell phone. He has cargo shorts. I am still a guy who wears cargo shorts and flip-flops on. So yeah, that's pretty dope. I love it. And this is one of one. So that's definitely a keeper. Put him right up there. That's me, baby. Oh, no. We got to see me. There we go. We'll put that there and move this thing. So now you can see it. How was everybody's Christmas? I hope everyone had a nice Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever, you celebrate. The lovely Sherry, anytime you meme me or make a photo like that, just share it. Share it out on X because you're hilarious and I'll never take offense. So you don't even have to ask. You do some of the funniest things I've ever seen. So please do. Aw, come on. She gifted a membership also. Jane, thank you so much. That is sweet. And who was the lucky one? Keck 44, I believe, is the lucky one. That is awesome. What was it? Direct quote. Did I say something messed up? Awesome one. How are you? Who else do we have in here? We have, KJ, how are you? Happy Boxing Day. Yeah, the lovely Sherry made a picture. Maybe I can share it. Hold on. What is Boxing Day again? That's like an English or is that just Canadian? I don't even know what it is. But she shared this. I will share it with you guys. This is what I got today from Sherry. Here we go. Yep, right there. That moment when you realize Boxing Day isn't what you thought it was. I like how she put my logo, though, and there's a spork. I just realized that. I thought I had a baby hat on, but it's a spork in me. And then some weirdo, maybe Vinny. I don't know. Somebody who looks kind of Vinny. Don't know why I think it's Vinny ATEP, but it looks like Vinny to me. He's a friend of the channel. We could say that. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Yes, thank you, Jane. I really appreciate it. Guys, thank you so much over on YouTube. You guys are the best. I know Rumble's probably like, let's get this show on the road, but I'd like to say hello to people. And is there anybody watching on X? I wonder. If you are, I don't even know if it'll come up. It should come up. If you're on X, let me know. What else do we got? Who else? Brian is here. What up, Brian? Brian's been a big supporter. Everybody here. Keck has been around since the beginning. Kate, I love seeing you out here. I don't think I've seen you in a little bit, so that's awesome. Soul is my biggest, he is the ultimate mod right now. He's always there. One Man Show is the ultimate follower because half the stuff I talk about he doesn't like, but yet always is there to comment after the stream is done, which is huge on YouTube and Rumble. It helps with the algorithm. Always has, kind words, we'll say, Zach says Boxing Day is a paid holiday. No need to look any closer at it. It is. So it's like a federal holiday. So you get the day off. That's awesome. That is awesome. Yes. Thank you, lovely Sherry. Thank you so much. All right. Let's talk aliens. Let us talk. And thank you again, Jane. And thank you again, the beautiful, lovely LDG for the 10 gifts. I mean, that's huge, guys. Thank you so much for helping out. So we are going to be discussing why so many people have claimed to find giant remains, and I'm talking 7 foot plus in height. Why haven't we seen more actual concrete footage or evidence on any media platform or history book? Why is it that there are so many articles from the 1800s, 1900s discussing remains being found, loads of them, in ritual burials, a lot of them, like the burial mound in Ohio, I think they said they found like hundreds of giants' bones, double row of teeth, extra fingers, extra toes. They supposedly have 6 fingers and 6 toes, ranging anywhere from, some say, 7 feet to 25 feet tall. Why is it that anyone who brings it up now saying they discovered it is, of course, ridiculed, told they're idiots, blah, 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 down the line? Was it cataloging what the bones really are? Were they mammoth bones or something different? I don't know. But one thing I always found interesting is, there was always people that joked that there were, like hobbits in history, but we have found a small race of humanoids that we lived alongside in the recent past, probably about anywhere from 12 to 20,000 years ago, hobbit-sized people, maybe not with the big feet, but hobbit size. Why is it then that we couldn't have giants? And a lot of people say because of we could never have humans that big. They wouldn't be able to hunt. They wouldn't be able to support themselves, this and that. But if they were born as giants, not like someone who has, I forget the name of the hereditary disease, giantism, I guess. These people, their tendons, their muscles, everything would be made for them. And prior to the last ice age, ending of the last ice age and the Younger Dryas time, there were animals like aardvarks, right? Aardvarks, the little guys who curl up in Texas, the size of Volkswagen bugs, sloths, 20 to 30 feet tall sloths, these, look at, dinosaurs went from dinosaurs to little birds. So even up into recent times, our planet was able to give the necessary nutrients and environmental needs that can cause a larger race of human to live. So that's one thing they never talk about that. Like, they always want to say it would be impossible to be 18 to 20 feet tall. I don't know. If I saw an aardvark roll, coming at me the size of a Volkswagen, I would second guess it. I'd be like, oh, maybe good. I don't know. So I'd like to know what you guys think. What do you think? Were giants ever actually around? Do you believe that giants are still around? I don't know about that, but I do believe there has been some type of cover up, and I don't know the reason why they would cover it up other than not to throw a wrench into the story of creation and mankind it's both religious and scientific. Like on the religious side, we don't want to make them real, but yet that would prove that the Bible is more correct than people, more of a historical doctrine or what am I trying to say? Essay, book, research? I don't know. The stories in the Old Testament could be true if giants were real. So I never understood that one. Why would they not want to prove that there's giants? Others say it's money when it comes to archaeologists and science. Archaeologists that have staked claim on the way history has proceeded. If anything changes that, it throws a wrench into their funding, because someone might take their funding and go to somebody else who's doing this. That's a big thing with Graham Hancock and people they call pseudo archaeologists. Randall Carlson, Hancock. They rip on these guys because they weren't indoctrinated at a college and have a piece of paper that say, "Look at me, I'm an archaeologist." I would put Randall Carlson up against anyone when it comes to the science of the younger Dryas, because the man has taught himself a lot. So let's see what we got people saying. Jane says the Neo-Saharan people in Africa. Okay, so we're talking what? Northwest, like that area, are so tall. The guys average 6'4". Wonder if they have some Nephilim roots. Well, but if they average 6'4", it's not crazy to say there's people that at some point were much taller than that. Like we all talk about, like people got shorter in medieval times because they were less, I don't know. They were more into cities and less nutrition, probably working less, not sleeping as much, and people like shrunk from where they were centuries before. And it was only in the recent, last 150 years that we started coming back up to the 6 foot average, even though I'm only 5'9", whatever, no big whoop. But I mean, you go into Sturbridge Village. That's a place like Williamsburg or, those old colony ones. And the house is I feel like a tall guy. I would have rocked back then, but it was not usual, a usual thing to see someone very tall, like Lincoln. People just were amazed by how big he was. And he was 6'2", maybe 6, somewhere in that area where she wasn't, crazy tall, but he was, for that time he was. And your dad was almost 7 feet. What? Come on now. Wow. Lovely Sherry says maybe the government is covering it up just like aliens. I wouldn't put it past anything. I really wouldn't. And people are like, "Oh, that's dumb. Why would they ever lie to us?" Dude, the government wouldn't lie to us. They tell us the truth. Come on. They don't tell us the truth. Jeez. I get so aggravated with people. "Oh, no, they wouldn't lie to us. They would never." Just look at the past 5 years. Shoot. I love you, Sherry. You're right. They would totally cover it up. Soul says they're trying to hide it. There are mounds everywhere, but people won't report them because suddenly the government comes and takes the land away. Or the Smithsonian. A lot of these discoveries in these old articles that I was looking over, like the Smithsonian was called. Sometimes they even acknowledge it and then they retract it and the bones are disappeared. Some people say they took mass quantities into the Atlantic and dumped them. They said they burned and mashed them to bits. I don't know. But there are so many myth or stories, but I'm not saying they are myth. They could be real, of Native Americans talking about man-eating giants, like red-haired, blue-eyed, man-eating giants that they went to war with. Alex, how are you, my friend? Good evening. E. Clay, how are you? How's everything going? We got 25 people watching right now, I believe, on the YouTube. We got 3 or 4 over on Rumble. I don't know how many on X, but that's freaking awesome that people are watching on all these different platforms. I really appreciate it. On X, I don't know how to tell how many people are watching, but dang, thank you. 1 viewer. It's probably me. Okay. Don't worry. Stick to YouTube. Stick to Rumble. I'm good with that. I just need people to join us. Jane says, exactly, if there are pygmies, there has to be an opposite, right? If we have little people that we never thought were real, but yet now we discovered there will be the counter opposite. I believe that too. And they don't even have to be within, on the same side of the planet, but there will always be like that yin and yang thing with nature. And again, prior to the last ice age and the end of the Younger Dryas, we had animals in North America that were massive. Mastodons, saber-toothed tigers, but then you had like humongous sloths, humongous aardvarks, like just these massive animals that now are tiny. Just like dinosaurs were massive and now they're little birds. Who's to say there wasn't a race of man that after that ice age ended, the flood happened, there's signs of flooding everywhere, that they were not able to exist anymore once the ice age receded. Maybe that colder weather helped them. I don't know. Megatherium, is that the giantism, Brian? I'm guessing that's what that is. And you could pronounce it yourself. I was going to say Megatron, but Transformers more than meets the eye. Jane says, also, if these people were only part human, no reason to believe they would be impacted by giantism or suffer from it. I agree completely. That's why I made sure to distinguish, like giantism is like a mutation, and anybody who goes through it, they usually die quite young and very painful because the muscles and tendons cannot support that frame. Giants would be able to. Giants, that is their build. Just like we have our builds, Neanderthal had their builds, the little pygmy guys had their, giants would be built for it. Maybe adding different muscles that we don't even have just to support that frame. Yeah, the giant ground sloths dude, how big were they're massive. We have Comics, surely we have the opposite. Yeah, Comics is little. You're absolutely right. He is a tiny, tiny man with a big heart. Giants prove the Bible is why. Yeah, dude, I don't doubt the Bible is based in fact. I really don't. Anybody who's like just, no, that's religion, blah, blah, blah. You're an idiot, personally. These stories, there is a reason why these stories or these retelling of factual stories have been passed down generation to generation and are still being followed because they are based in truth. I'm not saying everything is correct in the Bible, but I'm saying some things may have been blown to a different proportion. Like stories do get, when they're told from generation to generation, people start to blow them up to make them more excited, but they're definitely, we have giants in the Bible. Goliath, and he wasn't even that tall. How tall was he? Over 7 maybe? People have reported 25-foot giants. I don't know about that, but I definitely could believe giants could be past the 10-foot mark. Yes, giants were around. Mountain giants are still around. I wonder about that. Jane says, I think the reality of supernatural would put a wrench in secular relativism. I ain't smart, Jane, but I understand what you say. Yeah. But that's the problem is people make it supernatural. There was concrete evidence, but yet now we're finding out someone took it, someone destroyed it. So I'm going to bring up these articles. I do want to read your comments though. I kind of like this one-on-one thing. I never get to really talk to the chat as much as I should. Lies is how they control. Brother, you ain't lying. Sci-Fi Horizons, how are you? Career are at stake, i.e. money. Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. It's all about money. They must have existed. It's a weird thing to cover. It is, unless you believe it will cause people to either rethink their funding of, archaeologists, or if they'll rethink their own religion and their spirituality. But that's what I don't understand, because I would think it would make it more concrete that they're, in fact, the giants. Excuse me. I had like this awesome Christmas dinner tonight with my wife's family. It was like a taco bar. So if I burp a little, I apologize. I'm going to say it right out loud. I'm not embarrassed. It was delicious. yeah, it is weird, but it is all about like, control. People that control things always are grasping at holding it on. And at some point they overreach and they, for things they don't even need to cover up or get rid of, or, you know what I mean? Their control is their high, but it's also like their Achilles heel because they're always fearful they're going to lose control. So they cover up sometimes the dumbest shit. And to me, this is one of them. What up, Philip? Jane says, I think they are introducing us to the idea slowly. They know they're coming back. So you're saying like, we're talking Revelations coming back? Because I don't know, did the giants ever go? I mean, I haven't seen any, and I don't think a giant is a Bigfoot. So if you think that we're not on the same page there, I think giants may have looked a little different than us, but they were still humanoid with, I don't think they were covered from head to toe in hair. Okay, I was going to discuss this, but you just brought up, do you think Stonehenge was built by giants? There are a lot of historical myths in Britain, Norwegian, a lot of the northern European countries that believe giants built all their monolithic sites, including Stonehenge. And to be honest, if somebody's over 10 feet tall and strong as hell, it makes it easier for me to believe they brought that from, I think some of the blue stone was from like Wales or something. Like it came from a far away distance, just like down with the pyramids. I mean, there is 100 tons to like 1,000 ton blocks that they brought hundreds of miles. You can't tell me you floated that up, the Nile, and that's how you did it. Because how did you even make that buoyant? Like we could barely move something like that. And when we do, it takes like these, trucks that are built just to handle that. And sometimes they fail. So I don't know. Of the cedar trees, it's 3 old. I like what you're saying. I just don't know who is Amorite. Who's Amorite? I know that name. Whose height was height of the cedar trees. That's massive. Eclay says, how tall were they? Because back then everybody was short. Right. You're right. A 6 foot tall person could have been considered a giant. No, we're talking over 7 feet to, there's reports of 25 feet. I don't know if I could believe that tall, but anything's possible, I guess. Have you heard the story of the YouTuber who died after posting a video of a giant he saw on the mountains? No, I don't. Find that info for me, Soul. I'd like to see that. Johnny Boy, that's how it's spelled, over on Rumble says, hope you had a Merry Christmas, Scott, and everybody. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. We are live over there with 7 people watching. And we are live on the YouTube with 27 and on X with probably just me. Jane says Nilo-Saharan people originated in or around the Sahara region and migrated southeast from the people in Sudan to the people in Kenya, if that makes sense. There are some in West Africa too. Yeah, I could believe that. I could definitely believe that. I've seen mostly reports in North America, but there's reports all over the world of giants. China, Africa, up in Russia, Europe, a lot of the times in like, Viking regions like Finland, Norway, parts of Germany, Britain. But a lot of the facts I looked up were for North America because I am American and we are selfish. So, really, whatever happens over there, whatever. I care that you care, but no, I'm just kidding. If you know anything, please let me know. Yeah, they are historically nomads. And some of the stories with the Native Americans, like they would definitely be on some type of circuit. They would go from region to region, killing, cannibalizing, and then moving on, and like kind of doing some type of circuit of migration. So I can understand that. Let's see. The government has lied since the concept of government arose. Yeah, pretty much. Greek. I mean, it started in Greece. Come on. They were doing it back then even. Imagine picking up Jane for a date and her 7-foot dad answers the door. Yeah, we're ding dong. And just like, I'm out. You know, you got to be a man. You want to date Jane, you better be a man. That's what I'm saying. He looked mean, so Def scared the boys. That's a boy you don't want to be with. You know? Host of the heavens equal aliens with seed in them. Yeah, I'm not, Leon. Look, it could definitely be alien DNA crossed with female human DNA creating these giants, or it could be angels, or it could be, you know, a interdimensional species, or it could just be natural, that there was a species of giants, mostly male species, that had to interbreed with, you know, probably Homo sapien and Neanderthal to succeed their lines. Maybe. You never know. Maybe they had to be shrunk to fit on the boats. Never know. Scott, look up Sasquatch Chronicles episode 187, Mountain Giants. I will. Thank you, buddy. If I could remember that, I will definitely do that. Frankie knows. How you doing, Frankie? Hi, Sporking. I don't know about giants, but thanks to the Kardashians, we have giantesses everywhere today. True that. But I like to thank J-Lo and Beyonce. I think my son is screaming. He was asleep. And my wife's sick. It's a perfect day. I'll see how long that goes before I bounce for a minute. Soul says, if giants existed, it could explain all the buildings that are bigger than normal. Well, truth. I mean, you have some of these ancient buildings like in Africa, some in China, even in North America and Europe, where it looks like it was made for someone who, like, steps that definitely weren't made for men. You know, oh, that's a special type of leveling foundation. No, those were steps for a giant, or doorways that definitely weren't made for man, because they were made to fit somebody who's 12, 13 feet tall. The CJH says, we talking mud floods? Oh, thank God you're here. Another monster. I was getting a little nervous, but you're here, so we're good. I think government elites probably wiped out history like they always do. Yeah, I mean, it's all about control. It's all about control. You know, it's, again, the fear of losing control makes them try to control things that they didn't need to. I don't think we would have, civilization would have ended if we found out giants remains. Like Jane said before, oh, they're slowly letting us know things and getting used to it, like, you know, propaganda, so that when they finally say, you know, aliens are real or giants are real, we'll be used to it. But I think we're at a point where they've been doing that for so long, we don't need any more. Like, just come out with it. Tell us, because we're not dumb. Even though you make people think we are for believing it, we are not. All right. Yes, that's what we've been talking about, brother. Definitely. Another monster, you get it. Let's see. Jane says, I think the Neph were bred out. The fallen angels will back during the end times and be up to their old shenanigans. If you're not busy, Jane, you're more than welcome to jump on, Zax. I'll send a link. Just let me know. I think the Vikings carry Neph genes, she also says. Biggles is in the house. Biggles bought a shirt or two of mine. Thank you, Biggles. I love you, man. I can also share that, or I'll just share my link tree. Is that what the kids are calling it nowadays? The link tree. And I think that it doesn't. It doesn't. You know what? That's a good thing. I'll add that to it. Can I add, like, my t-shirt thing? I don't know if I can, but that'd be cool if I could. You would think I could. But I will send you guys my TeePublic, even though it doesn't come up on my own computer, but everybody else tells me it works. I will be adding new stuff soon, because my daughter is mad that I haven't. So I am going to be adding more stuff. Ruben, dude, 199, man. This guy has been losing weight like a madman. Congrats, dude. I've been following what you've been doing. So you're going for 199 and 24. I wish you the most luck. Were there giants in our ancient past? Of course, my people, you midgets. Jane says Vikings may have carried the gene. There's definitely certain cultures that just, even if it's been like, you always think of Vikings being these massive humans, but I don't even know if that was true. We'll find out. Cam's Crash Course. Hi, everybody. Hope you all had a Merry Christmas. And she says it to the lovely Sherry, Zax, Howdy, and Soul Assassin Hail. And, you guys are just all sweet to each other. Could it be Satan? Could it be light bulb? Since we are in a simulation, the humans in the other dimension were experimenting, which is why things were big that are now small, including humans. So you're talking about like how computers have gotten smaller and we went from tubes and humongous transformers to smaller machines. Maybe. I mean, I don't doubt there could be a simulation going on. Frankie says they found a complete skeleton near Rome, but it was 6'8" giantism. Yeah, I'm looking for actual giants, and I'm going to bring this up soon, but I can't stop reading what you guys have because it's great. Sent you a short video on mountain giants. Well, that's where we're going to stop and watch that. So hold on. You send it to Twitter, my friend? If you did, I will find it right now, and we will play it. Oh, there it is. I need to add you to the Aluminum Spork one because, you need another 600 DMs, right? Oh, you know what? I think I do remember this story, man. What just happened? I think I screwed something up. All right, here we go. Pause. It up. Oops. Yeah, just wait a second, everybody. You know me. I am a little slow. All right, share. You know what? I got to make it automatic share. Mad talked me out of making it automatically share, which he was probably right to do, but it aggravates me because I forget to share it. All right, this is what you were talking about, sir. Let's take a look at what we got here.
Could this be a giant? A TikToker is rumored to have passed away after posting a strange video of an alleged giant on a mountain in Canada, sparking rumors that the CIA got to him to cover up the story. In April 2022, Canadian TikToker Andrew Dawson posted a video of a strange, tall shape on top of a mountain in Vancouver. The details are shaky, but Dawson insists to the skeptical driver that it's a giant man.
There's a person standing there.
No, it's not.
Dude, have you seen what I've seen right now?
We'll watch the rest, but I have gone down this rabbit hole, and this is a weird one. This is definitely a weird one because the dude disappeared. But it turned out like it wasn't just giant. He thought it was after a while. The CIA might have been involved. I don't know. I went down a rabbit hole, but that was so long ago now. It's like a year ago. I can't remember. I want to say Y-Files. No, not Y-Files. Someone did a whole thing on this guy.
The video gained millions of views and set Dawson on a giant hunt that would last weeks. He went back to the mountain multiple times, but the giant was never seen again, only making him more determined to spot it. Things got weird when Dawson was pulled over by who he claims was the CIA.
I just got stopped by like some CIA agent. He told me to turn around and said I'm trespassing. I said it's a public area.
He posted several videos showing the alleged CIA blocking access to the mountain. In one video, helicopters are seen flying around.
Okay, this video that they show is a little weird. Like I hope they actually show it, but they probably won't. Like when you get up closer, it's just weird that it almost looks like maybe one of his buddies kind of dressed up. I don't know. It's just no markings whatsoever. I don't know. we would have to see the actual footage, the length of that one, so I could point out what I remember. I would probably remember when I saw it, but I think they're going to just skip it here. But like, if you look at it, it just, nothing about this guy looks official.
Helicopters are seen flying around the mountain as if searching
That's
for something.
weird. That's
and
weird.
another, strange lights are seen in the sky that he suggests could be a UFO, writing, "Did the thing on the mountain go home?"
Could be an angel.
Before long, the agents allegedly started to stalk Dawson. He posted a video of a black car parked outside his home. When he goes out to confront the driver speeds away. In early May,
Now, isn't that the same car that was just blocking the road? Like, I almost feel like it was one of his buddies. But I believe this guy did disappear. I don't know if they ever found him.
Dawson posted a strange video in which he confesses that the giant sighting was fake.
Sorry to disappoint you guys, but all of the videos.
Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. He tries to make it look like somebody's telling him what to say. I don't know. It might be real. I don't want to doubt it, but, you know.
Guys, but all of the videos that I posted were scripted. They were just fake. They were just strictly for entertainment.
Throughout the video, his eyes dart off camera as if being instructed by someone. 10 days later, he backpedaled on the claim in a distressing video, saying,
"You might not see me post ever again. My videos weren't fake."
Dawson posted his final video on May 17th, showing footage of the same mountain, now with a huge new building on top of it. No one has seen him online since. Rumors have circulated online that Dawson passed away in July.
That's crazy. But I don't remember there being any evidence that he actually died.
With numerous videos showing what they claim to be evidence, including an obituary. His girlfriend has posted several videos mourning his passing as well, but has never spoken on the giant. Others are spreading rumors that the CIA got to him to hide the truth about the giant on the mountain, sparking one of the biggest TikTok conspiracy theories of 2022. Many are skeptical of the giant videos and the death altogether, assuming the whole thing is a setup for views. TikTokers have been revisiting the mountain since the story blew.
But look at those. You're not telling me giant steps? I mean, come on. That to me, that's a huge ass giant.
Blew up to look for the giant themselves. None have been successful, although one person did capture the mysterious building in better detail. Some TikTokers have suggested that the building is nothing more than a radio tower, while others think it's a government research facility.
Never know.
Some TikTokers believe the creature is a nephilim, a giant discussed in the Hebrew Bible that some interpret as the sons of fallen angels.
You never know on that, man. And look, depicted as a redhead, fighting soldiers. I guess this is recent. You know, picture, the person make it look like it's recent.
In 1577, researchers even believe they found the fossil of a nephilim who was washed away in the Great Flood, although it was later discovered that this was a mammoth fossil. Could Dawson have really spotted a giant on the mountain? Unfortunately, we may never know for sure.
I don't either. Thank you for having us. All right, what do you guys think? Could it be real? I don't know. I don't know about that one. This is in Canada. It's not the CIA. Yeah, of course. Unless it is the CIA. They most likely, you know, I don't know if you know what the CIA does, but they're really not supposed to do anything on American soil. They're mostly, you know, foreign soil, unless, you know, it's getting rid of a president or something. Hypothetically. It would be RCMP. Our spy agency is CSIS. It's not like a TV show. And they don't care about trespassing. I don't doubt. The CIA is a dog whistle. Nephilim. Yeah, small time. I don't know. But let's take a look here. And thank you to the 26 people on YouTube, about 10 people over on Rumble. I really appreciate you guys being here. Seriously, it's awesome. I wasn't expecting this many people while I talk by myself. All right, hold on. I got to remember what the Here we go. Some old articles. All right. I don't know if you guys can see him. Can I blow it up even more? Oh, there we go. This is from sydhav.no. Old newspaper articles. So you got Wisconsin, mound opened. Skeleton found of a man over 9 feet high with an enormous skull. And this was December 9th of 1897 when it was found. One of the 3 recently discovered mounds in this town has been opened. It was found the skeleton of a man of gigantic size. I mean, here in Ohio, that was on 1885. They talk about mounds. Again, it's always like mounds, you know, someone found the children or something. I don't know. Hey, Zax, any chance you could jump in for a minute? I have to use the restroom and check on my son. Anybody be able to jump in for a minute? Or will you all just wait for me as I play something? I don't even know what to play though. Because I'll get jumped by YouTube. I'm going to send it to you, Zax. Come on, help a brother out. All right, speak amongst yourselves. I'll be back in a minute. I totally apologize for this. I'll play a little music while I'm gone too, and let you guys read some of these articles. I'll be right back. So professional, aren't I? All right, I'm knocking everything off. That's cool. That's all right. Let's see, how many people did we lose? Only 4. Not bad. Not bad at all. Who else but me can get away with this? Wow, that music is weird. There we go. What does Frankie have to say? Frankie says the giant staircase in the video was interesting. What purpose do giant stairs serve unless it was for terrace cultivating crops? Yeah, but those weren't. You know, like there are places in the mountains where they will do that, but that was just stone, man. I don't understand that either. And thank you to everyone who waited. My son's okay though. Everything's good. So do you guys like stuff? Oh man, that was awesome. Sorry about that. My son's okay though. Everything's good. Okay, let's see. And I used the bathroom, so we're good. All right, so back to the articles. Let's see. Found giant Indian's bone. Workmen on Harlem Road unearthed relics of Ticus tribe. And this is in New York. And that's 1904, September 6th. While a gang of men in the employ of the New York and Harlem Railroad were taking sand from an immense mound near Purdy's Station today to fill in an excavation They unearthed several skeletons of unusual size. The bones are believed to be those of Indians who once lived in the vicinity. So yeah, we have reports from Brooklyn all the way over to California, up to Alaska, down to Texas. I mean, they're everywhere. And I'm going to show you a map in a minute after we read a couple of these where like reports of giant sightings have been documented. And it's insane how many there are. And thanks to everybody who actually stayed while I went to use the restroom. Spencer, what's up, man? There are giants today in San Francisco and New York. Beware. Yeah, they're dangerous. I mean, the ones in New York aren't really that dangerous, I guess, right now. But I bet you the ones this spring and summer in San Francisco might be. Chief Skyscraper. The bones are believed to be those of Indians who once lived in the vicinity and belonged to a tribe that was led by the great chief Tikus, from whom the Titicaca Valley, now a part of the New York watershed, takes its name. Besides finding the bones, the workmen also exhumed a score or more of arrowheads, hatchets, and copper implements. So, copper. The Bronze Age was when? You know, how old could that, I mean, that's recent history if they're using copper. It is believed that the large mound in which the relics were found was once the burial grounds of the Ticus Indians. Yeah, just like us Northeasters, we'll just rip it up. You know, no second thought. You know how many, people are like, well, where's all the proof of these things? I bet you when, like, Northeast, I'm from the Northeast, and where I'm from, like, when you dig, it's rock. Like, there is no such thing as digging even a foot down and not hitting rocks at least this big, and when we have stone walls everywhere from farmers in the 17 and 1800s, trying to cultivate their land and plant harvest with just always hitting stones. So now you think about if they found something, you think they're going to report it after all the hard work they did, and all of a sudden now they can't use their own property? Hell no. They'll just get rid of it. And I bet you that's a lot of times I bet you all the reports, there are even more that went unreported. So the reliefs were found was once the burial site. Yep. The last Indians were seen in the valley a short time after the Revolutionary War. They probably helped us out with the win against Britain, and then we totally screwed them. I'm not saying our history is great, people. It's the truth. We were the victors, though. Shit happens. We apologize now. It's like, I wasn't there. That's my excuse. I think a lot of us use that, but it's like, I wasn't the person that decided on that, and it's a black guy. It's a black dot, black eye, whatever you want to call it on our history. But I'm telling you, freedom rocks, and I think we did a good thing. So you let me know. Anyways, the bones found today were brought to Kenosha, I don't know, and will be reiterated maybe buried in a local cemetery. I don't know, St. Paul's back in 1882, Minnesota, say a skull of a heroic size and singular formation has been discovered, among the relics of the mound builders in the Red River Valley. The mound was 60 or 50, I can't really see what that says, feet in diameter and 18 feet high. Near the center were found the bones of about a dozen men and women mixed with the bones of various animals. The skull in question was the only perfect one, and near it were found some abnormally large body bones. The man who bore it was evidently a giant. Throughout a thorough investigation of the mound and its contents will be made by the Historical Society, and you probably hear nothing about it again. And this is the New York Times. I know, okay, but this is over 100 years ago, but still, the Times was reporting this. Memes, what's up, brother? Merry Christmas to you too. Spencer says, also time to get your ass back on bounding now. Take me away with the tales of giants. I will definitely, come on, man. All you have to do is ask. For anybody who just joined, this was my birthday or Christmas present from my family. It's me. It's little Sporking Scott. Yeah. Yeah. Look at that. I'm holding a cell phone because my family says all I use is my phone. I got cargo shorts on. I rock those. Pretty cool. One of one. I like it. I like it a lot. But yeah, man, just throw me out some dates. I'll totally join you guys. I had a ball with you, Spencer. Yeah, isn't it awesome? Thank you. I know. And you know. But they did it. My wife was that thoughtful. Like, she doesn't really care for me doing this stuff. She doesn't mind it, but she doesn't care for it because she doesn't follow the stuff I talk about. But she knew well enough to, this would be an awesome gift. That's why I love her. She's amazing. Hopefully I can get it so you can all see it better. There we go. Yeah, it's really cool. Accessories. Oh, there is an accessory, a little phone that comes on and off the hand. Yeah. Is it automatically correct? Anatomically correct. No comment. All right, back to the articles. So there's many of them, and I'll share the link if people want to check it out themselves. But recent discoveries near Serpent Mound. I think that's a huge one, and this was in, I don't know what that says. Maybe 1894, maybe. It's hard to see the date down there, but it says Farmer Warren Cowan of Hillsboro, Ohio, while fox hunting, recently discovered several ancient graves. They were situated upon a high point of the land in Highland County, Ohio, about a mile from the famous Serpent Mound, where Professor Putnam of Harvard made lasting discoveries. Interesting, maybe that's that. Interesting discoveries. As soon as the weather permitted, Cowan excavated several of these graves. The graves were made of large limestone slabs. Wow. 2.5 to 3 feet in length and a foot wide. These were set on edge about a foot apart. Similar slabs covered the graves. A single one, somewhat larger, was at the head and others at the feet. The top of the grave was 2 feet below the present surface, so only 2 feet down. So that it couldn't be too long ago. Upon opening one of the graves, a skeleton upward of 6 feet 10 inches, maybe 11 inches, was brought to light. There were a number of stone hatchets, beads, all that other good stuff, that the warrior had died in battle, most likely. And another grave, skeleton of man equally as large, and another grave, equally interesting finds. It seems that the region was populated by fairly intelligent people and that the Serpent Mount was an object of worship. I don't know, maybe. That's pretty interesting. This says on 24th of May, 1796. All right, so I don't know if this stuff, I love this stuff. If you want me to, change and stop talking about it, I will. But I love this stuff. The 1881, in company with Chief Justice McKean, Judge Byron, Mr. Byrd, and others on our way to Franklin and taking a view of the town in company with Mr. McAllister and several other reputable inhabitants, we went to Mr. Niece's tan yard, where we were shown a place near the currying house from whence I don't know what he says there. Some years ago, were taken 2 skeletons of human bodies. They lay close beside each other and measure about 11 feet 3 inches in length. The bones were entire, but on being taken up and exposed to the air, they presently crumbled and fell to pieces. Mr. McAllister and some others mentioned that they and many others had seen them. And McAllister, who is a tall man, about 6'4" in height, mentioned that the principal bone of the leg of one of them, being placed by the side of his leg, reached from his ankle a considerably way up his thigh. That's just one bone, like the femur or something, or shin bone, pointing a small distance between the hip bone. Wow. So we have, look, I mean, there's, I believe they said 100 or 1,500 articles that talk about giants from all over the United States, every different newspaper outlet. I mean, they're talked about throughout the mid and late 1800s to the early 1900s, and then all of a sudden it stops. And a lot of the times it's when the Smithsonian gets involved. And why is that? Why is it with the Smithsonian getting involved, we all of a sudden see a cover-up, hypothetical cover-up? I wonder. And it's most likely, like we said before, about money. Probably about money. We have other examples. Top 10 giant discoveries in North America. I want to find that map. Here it is. All right. Well, I'm going to share this one then, because I want you guys to see the map where people have reported giants. Okay. So this is top 10 discoveries. This is from ancient-origins.net. And some going up to 18 feet tall. West Hickory, Pennsylvania, they reported a person that was 18 feet tall. But most will be anywhere from 7 to 12 feet tall. But dang, 18 feet? That's insane. That's so crazy tall. Like, and again, last ice age, at the end of the ice age, we had massive fauna in America, large fauna that, aardvarks and sloths and lions and bears, oh my, in America that went extinct after this last ice age. And was it because, one day the earth is plentiful and the air is pure, and the next it's just not made for you anymore, and you can't sustain that height and that size anymore? Because if you really look at, other than elephants, I mean, giraffes are tall and all, and they're big animals, but like giraffes, elephants, what else would you really consider compared to a Volkswagen bug-sized aardvark that we have that are megafauna? I don't know. Jacob, what's up? You want to join and go on your Nephilim thing? I'll let you in, brother. I know I find it to be interesting too. Cam's Crash Course, how are you, my friend? Says, because the skeletons that did go to the Smithsonian have disappeared. And I agree with you. People reported that they took barges loads of them and dumped them into the Atlantic. Others said they just burned them like in a cremator and just crushed them. Hey, Katina, how are you? So I don't know. And yes, Nephilim were way bigger than 12 feet. Yeah. Like 25 feet they're probably more than double that. But here's the map I was going to show you. I don't know if I could blow that up, if it'll get any bigger. I don't know if that's bigger, but these are all reported. Like, oh, wait a minute. Maybe I can do something here. Let me shrink it down a little bit. You might be able to see it better. No. Maybe shrink it down a little bit more. It might work. No. Okay. That was awesome. Glad I did that. But look at all these reports. I mean, insane amounts, mostly, in the Northeast, and I consider like Pennsylvania, Ohio, anywhere from the Mason-Dixon line up northeast. Massive amounts. Massive. Why are there so many purple things? Because those are reports, and they like the color purple, I guess. Yeah, it's almost like the flood actually happened. And if you look up into like the northwest corner, I'm like pointing at it like you could see me, but like Washington State, Oregon, up in that area, there is so much evidence of a massive flood. So much evidence. And if you want to see great videos on it, Randall Carlson, the dude has been studying that stuff since the 70s. Very cool. What up, my brother? How are you? Guys, free folk of the fandom. We got 25 people here. He's been on my channel for like over a year, easily 2-3 years, maybe even now. He's still at like 63, 64 subs on YouTube. So please share out his link. And guys, please follow him. He's a good dude. And I like his company. So please, let's support him and get to him 100. Because I haven't been pushing his channel enough. All right, so let's see. See what we got. See, Smithsonian scientists identified at least 17 skeletons that stood at over 7 feet in their annual reports. So when was this? Over 1,000 accounts of 7-foot and taller skeletons have reportedly been unearthed from ancient burial sites over a 200-year period. So this is the purple is 200 years. Newspaper accounts, town and county histories, letters, scientific journals, diaries, photos, and Smithsonian, how you saying that word? Ethnology reports. All right. I've carefully documented this. These skeletons have been reported from coast to coast with strange anatomic anomalies such as double rows of teeth, like the front row are all molars, but then the back row are canines, something weird like that. Jawbones so large as to fit over the face of the finders, and elongated skulls documented in virtually every state without the suture marks, like solid skulls, which is crazy, which is really crazy. Smithsonian scientists identify at least 17 skeletons that stood at over 7 feet in their annual report. So 17 of them, including one example that was 8 feet tall, and the skull was a 36-inch circumference, reported from Anna, Illinois, in the Smithsonian Annual Report of 1873. An average human skull is about 20 inches. So this is 36, almost doubled the size. The Smithsonian is mentioned dozens more times as the recipient of enormous skeletons from across the entire United States. Yes, but where did they go? Where did they go? No one knows. Bagel says, oh, wait, I thought it was a mod. I thought I was oh, you're not a mod? I mean, I totally didn't mean that. Like, you should totally be a mod. Yay. I'll do that, Bagels. I'll do that. Here we go. Mod you up. I trust you. I trust you. You be a standard moderator. I don't know what that even means. Let's see. Member for 23 months. You beautiful man. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's. It's going to be an interesting one. Zach's 2024 is going to be fun. I mean, we got a presidential election. Things are changing. Society's nuts. I can't wait to report on all the stuff. I'm going to get more involved in my channel, everybody. Doing videos again. At least one a week. That's my goal. One a week. At least a video. Make it decent. I also plan on getting my Sporking Records up and going. Sporking Records, which is my new site that has nothing on it yet. But you know what? Why don't I share the link so you can start following it so you're ready for it? But I'll be talking music. So you got music that I love, and then wait, who the hell is Spork Records? That ain't me. I did Sporking Records. This guy better not steal my stuff. Filter. Go. I don't see it. That sucks. There's a lot of sporks involved in Mr. Grant Gregory comes up before me. How is that even possible? Even though I put Sporking Records, Mr. Grant Gregory comes up before me. And I'm not shadow banned or whatever the hell you call it. I'm blacklisted. Damn bastards. Wow. Where the hell? I mean, I'm called Sporking News Podcast, and yet I'm not even, sports talk comes before me. That's insane. Wow. YouTube sucks. I hate YouTube. Oh, Madon. I will get you guys the link. Maybe I should just start it over on freaking Rumble. I hate God, those jerks. Anyways, let's move on because I'm going to lose my shit. Okay. God, I am pissed by that. I don't know why. Why? The skeletons mentioned no longer seem to exist regardless of their actual size, and the remaining ones that were on display were removed. Well, they were removed, really, and repatriated by Native American Graves Protection and Reparation Act. While the authors certainly support this law, it does present a moral and ethical conundrum in terms of trying to ascertain the proof everyone wants to see, physical evidence of giants. Yeah, and who's to say they were Native American? Like, granted, they're Native, but Indians of their tribe. How do you know? And they're able just to take them because they were in the land they used to have? Who's to say they weren't a competing tribe and now they're taking them to destroy them? Like, that makes no sense to me. No sense. Leon says the Amorite whose height was the average height, 30 feet tall, cedar tree. Wow. That's going back to what our boy Society Reviews was saying. That's crazy. That is crazy. Holy crap. That is huge. Biggles just laughs at things. I don't need to. I thought I had one already. I don't know what we're talking about. Oh, Maja, man. 2024, yeah. It's going to be a hot mess. Oh, Damajanai in the house. The Pimp Almighty. Love him. Love him. Sporking News Podcast is tomorrow night. Got night. No, it would have been last night. Would have been got night. So right now we're doing still a Wednesday show. I don't know how long. I don't know how invested Mad or Mr. Grant, or not Mr. Grant, Walden are in running that. So that might go away. But we still have what I'm calling is Talking Random on Sundays. Maybe we'll just call that the dump again. And then Monday nights is a Spork of Ice and Fire where we talk Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, all that good stuff. And then Tuesday nights is Aluminum Spork where we talk ancient lost history, conspiracies, aliens, all that good stuff. But thank you for asking. It's got people like Grant better than you. Yeah, I guess so, man. I guess so. Remains can be DNA tested. They may have been buried with artifacts that are culturally theirs. Maybe. Okay. All right. Stop being so smart, Jane. You have a... Okay, that's a fact. That's a fact. How is everybody doing? Damaj and I wants to know. And let me just say, Damaj and I, one of my biggest supporters, like I got, two of the 5 original Dark Council members that are always in my corner. I got Damaj and I got Mark with a C. Those guys always got my back. Drunk's a great dude. Don't get me wrong. I love Drunk. Doesn't, answer texts as much. Let's see. I've had everybody else on my show too. So I love those. It's Drunk, really. It's Drunk. Love you, Damaj and I. Biggles says, 10-month member, I am waiting for my shirt. I blame the USPS. I wouldn't doubt it, buddy. But I appreciate that you did buy a shirt. That means a lot to me. And I'm going to share out that link once again for my shirts and merch, which I'll be updating hopefully soon. For all you great people. You did. You bought 2. He bought 2, everybody. And Tina bought one. So I got people on my back, or not on my back, backing me up. You're not on my back. Let's see. So in this unique top 10, we look at some examples of giants. Okay, so where does the countdown begin? Serpent Mound, Ohio, 1890, 7-foot tall skeleton. All right, so we've kind of gone over Serpent Mound, but it's astrology based site that people still don't believe it could be. The egg is usually the cosmic birth, and this serpent is either engulfing it, but there's points of the year, solstice, winter and summer, and the equinoxes where the sun hits at, dawn, in a certain part every time. So like, to say this wasn't a monument built to the stars, and to say that the mounds around it weren't burial sites, I don't know. I believe that they were burial sites that, again, either farmers just demolished for their land, or they were hidden by and taken away by the Smithsonian, hypothetically. You know what you're talking. Pot roast. What's up, pot roast station? How are you? So yeah, the Great Serpent Mound is 1,370 feet long, prehistoric effigy mound located near Pebbles, that has been thoroughly researched by Ross Hamilton, who has written extensively about its mysteries and giants' discovery in the area. Recent radiocarbon analysis date it to around 321 BC, which is old. This puts it in the realm of the Adian civilization who were present in the area at this time. They say, that we read this before, that Putnam unearthed like 7-foot ones from around the area. So could it have been more like 8 foot tall if the shins and feet were intact? Could have been, right? All depends on how much of that you got. Craysap Mound, West Virginia, 1959, 7 feet 2 inches. Now, again, we have people that are 7 feet, and it's not like a disease. Fatal J is up in the house. What the? I'm sorry, everybody. I got to stop the press. Giants are real, Fatal J says. I believe their children walk among us. Yes. And if you're talking biblical, I'm with you. I do believe a lot of the stories in the Old Testament are truthful, and if they're embellished in some ways, it's only because of the passing down for centuries before they were written down. They were spoken from father to son, elders to young. So I don't know. It's pretty dope. Yeah, I'm with you, brother. It's definitely biblical. But look at that. Fatal J, Damaj Nye. I love you guys. Always supporting my channel. It means a lot to me. Fatal D, we got to do something again. When is Drunk not going to be there? Because, you always need a smooth cat coming in to the Dark Council. Let me know. I'll help you guys out. He's always busy now. He's a busy man. And good for him. I love his Pirates channel. Approximately 7 feet 4 inches. So, now they're saying these are real pictures. And at the top part of it was burnt. So, was it a cremation burial? I don't know. It's very interesting though. Yeah, definitely. Oh, I know Drunk. I'm just playing with Drunk. He's a good dude. So thank you. I appreciate that. And yeah, like that smash button, please. We got about 29 people watching right now on the YouTube. What about over on Rumble? We have 12 people over on Rumble. So I just thank you guys for watching. Please hit the like button, thumbs up, whatever you want to call it. Follow over on Rumble or on YouTube if you're new to the channel. I apologize for like a minute and a half of silence when I had to run upstairs, but I thought I'd have people with me tonight, and I didn't. That's okay, 'cause I'm a grown-ass man. So I guess this is a depiction of where he found. So, if you look at this, some of these, hi, Mama Spork. Latest Spork down here. Ground plan of Crestman Mound showing clay floor level and below the giant skeleton is on the middle right. So I guess it's that one far to the right, if you guys see it. But it looks like they found more than just one, being human down there. A few of the professionals reporting these skeleton finds were Dr. Walton B. Jones, Moundsville, Alabama, 7 feet 6, and many 7-footers. Forrest Clements, head of anthropology at the University of Oakland, 6 7-footers. Dr. Donald A. Cadzo, Cambridge University, 7-foot 5-inch skeletons found in Pittsburgh, with many other large skeletons with anatomical anomalies reported. Dr. Byron Cummings, head of the archaeology department at the University of Arizona, considered the dean of Southwestern archaeology, several over 8 feet. Thomas Wilson, curator of prehistoric anthropology, he found a couple 8-footers. So, and these are verified doctors. Why are professionals? They probably are PhDs. Why haven't we heard more about this? I don't know. What was this? I was late getting here. Did Scott talk about Lovelock Cave yet? No, I haven't. But I will look that up right now because it does sound familiar. Why do I know that? So now, number 8, I'm just going to jump through some of these. 7 foot 6 inch in 1897. And these are mounds in Iowa. The quote is, "It's a matter of official record that in digging through a mound in Iowa, the scientists found the skeleton of a giant who, judging from actual measurements, must have stood 7 feet 6 inches tall when alive. The bones crumbled to dust when exposed to air." Now, a lot of people are like, "Oh, that's BS. They don't crumble." The majority of fossils you find are called fossils they are petrified. Most likely, they were hardened from the outside, but the bone itself is gone. Probably dust within. So if something has been buried for a very long time and comes up and hits the air, there is a chance it will fall apart. Wood, bone, other than like precious stones, metals and stuff like that. And even that, they will rust or oxidize real quickly. So, when people say that it crumbled, it's not BS. 8-footer in Steelville, Missouri in 1933. An ancient Ozark giant dug up near Steelville. Strange discovery made by a boy looking for arrowheads gives this Missouri town an absorbing mystery to ponder. And that was on June 11th, 1933, from the Steelville Ledger. He turned up the complete skeleton of an 8-foot giant. The grisly find was brought to Dr. R.C. Parker here and stretched out to its enormous length in a hallway of his office, where it has since remained the most startling exhibit Steelville has ever had on public view. So this was on public view of an 8-footer. While reading through the microfilm at the Steelville Library, 3 reports of the find were uncovered, including the photo that shows Les Eaton, a 6-foot man, laying out next to the 8-foot skeleton. I mean, look at how much longer it has compared to his feet. The Steelville Ledger reported that the skeleton was packed up and shipped to where? The Smithsonian. Never to be heard of again. I mean, it's insane to me how often the Smithsonian, I can't speak, is the last thing we find out with these things. Like, the story goes here, and then the Smithsonian takes the remains and we never see it again. What are they covering up and why? I really want to know. There's no such thing as giants. Then why would 3 different reports and a doctor and all these different professionals say yes? And it's not, there was a doctor from the 1800s. He doesn't know. The bones don't lie, people. That's why they got rid of them. Yeah, I did disappear for a bit, possibly to hide evidence of giants. You're so right. Leslie Jones, Marby Dog says, is proof of giants are real. I don't know about that, but damn. Let me see. What was it called? Hold on. I got to see what you called it again. Lovelock Cave. All right, I'm going to look that up right now. Lovelock Cave. Lovelock Cave, a tale of giants or a giant tale of fiction. Let's check that out. Oh, from the same ancient origins. So we're just going to jump onto this one. Thank you, Katina. That's sweet. Helped me out there. Once again, I need to thank LDG, hashtag free the net, for gifting 10 Sporky News memberships. Jane Theory for gifting us one Sporky News membership. We also have Storyman Jack, who donated $1.99, talking about his stories. Check him out. His writing is great. Zach's with a membership of 23 months. Comment. Biggles, 10 months comment. I really appreciate all the support, guys. It means a lot. A giant pile of truth. I like that. Let's check this out. Shall we? Lovelock Cave. Oh, God. What is that? The Powhatan, a Native American tribe oh, my God. Indigenous to parts of Nevada, have an oral tradition that they told to early white settlers of the area about a race of red-haired white giants who barbarians that their ancestor referred to as the Shitika. The story was written down in 1882 by Sarah Winnemucca Hopkins, daughter of Powhatan Indian chief, in her book Life Among the Powhatans, Their Wrongs and Claims. I know, it's ridiculous. I can't forget. Powhatans. These giants were described as being vicious, unfriendly, cannibalistic. Okay, usually the report of red-headed ones are usually cannibalistic. And I wonder if that's why there's prejudice against redheads in media today. Something in our DNA says replace the redhead with some ethnic group because we don't need redheads. They're scary. I don't know. That's a question to be asked, though, people. I ask the hard questions. Mary Jane, redhead. No, Zendaya. You know what I mean? And Keck 44, Paiute. I still can't pronounce it. I'm sorry. Marby Doug. Oh, I'm worried always what you write. So maybe gorillas in Africa were considered to be folktale until European adventurers saw them with their own eyes in the 19th century. And that's what is weird. We have so many reports that from professionals, from professors, from doctors, from archaeologists, that giant remains were found. Yet now it seems 100 years later, they didn't exist. Like, I'm guessing turn of the century, 1901, let's just say, people believed there were giant remains and that they once existed and they were the Nephilim or giants of other tales. It's crazy. Pirates, Paiutes. Potatoes. Smash them, boil them, put them in a stew. Paiutes. Oh, is that how you say it? Paiutes. See, I got that now. Thank you. Paiutes speak of a great battle that took place, which led to their extermination at site known today as Lovelock Cave. During the early part of the 20th century, archaeologists found thousands of artifacts inside this cave, leading to lengthy excavation of the site and speculation that the Paiute legend was real. Okay, so I didn't know the name, but yes, this is a story I was going to talk about. I am glad you brought it up. This is cool. So I'm guessing that's her and her father or grandfather? Yep. The Paiute legend of the Lovelock Giants and their massacre at Lovelock Caves. Sitika or Setika literally translates to Tule eaters. Wow. In the northern Paiute language. The tule is a fibrous water plant. which, according to legend, was woven by giants into rafts in order to escape attacks by the Paiute. Really? That's interesting. They used the rafts to navigate across what remained then of Lake La Junta, an ancient lake that once covered most of northern Nevada. Wow, really? During the last ice age. That's pretty dope. As the Paiutes, tale goes, after years of warfare, all the tribes in the area joined together to rid themselves of the Siticha. One day, as the tribes chased down the last remaining red-haired giants, they took refuge in a cave. Is this one where they smoked them to death? The Paiutes, oh my God, man, this is rough, demanded their enemy come out of the cave and fight, but the giants refused. The coalition of tribes proceeded to shoot arrows at them while starting a large fire at the mouth of the cave. The smoke drove out a few who died in the hail of arrows, while the rest were all either burned alive or asphyxiated. Yeah. Over time, the entrance to the cave would collapse, leaving it accessible only to bats and cut off from human contact. Yeah, wasn't there like guana dudes? Like guys finding guana? Yeah, look how, like, they talked about massive giants. So Lovelock Cave, known as Bat Cave, Horseshoe Cave, Sunset Guana Cave, and Indian Cave, is located 20 miles south of modern-day Lovelock, Nevada. It's a very old cave that predates humans on the continent. We don't know that. Come on. That's some bullshit. Can we stop with this predates? There were humans here. They may have been wiped out during the Younger Dryas. But it's hard for me to believe the tale of us crossing an ice bridge and coming down when we have ancient remains of like Peruvians and people in South America that their DNA closely resemble Australian. Oh my God, I'm blanking of the native Australians, but their DNA. Australians. Oh my God. Native Australians. Why can't I think of, they're like 50, 65,000 year old tribe that's been unbroken. I am terrible right now. I apologize for not remember. Oh my God. Why can't I remember it? Someone write it quick, please. Australian Aborigines. Oh man, Keck, you put it just as I said it too. The Aborigines. Thank you. I don't know why I couldn't remember that. That was crazy. They have the same DNA. So this idea that we walked across a land bridge between Asia and North America, that may have happened, even though I don't believe it. You know, people were crossing the oceans. You know, people were already here. I just don't believe in the idea that we're only like under 20,000 years on this continent alone. That makes no sense to me. So, in prehistoric times was unearthed Lake La Junta. In 1886, a mining engineer from Lovelock named John T. Reed was told of the legend by local Indians, who took him to the site to prove its existence. Reed was unsuccessfully in getting an archaeological dig started immediately, but two miners, James Hart and David Hune, realized the value of guana as an ingredient of gunpowder. I did not know that. And created a company to start digging it out in 1911. I didn't know that guana was good for gunpowder. They still do that? Matt Barr, what up, dog? Stinking giants. I'm with you, buddy. So they stripped a layer of guana from the cave, approximately 3 to 6 feet deep of guana shit. Holy crap. Oh, that's kind of it's guana-ish shit. Sorry. Using a pick and shovel with little regard to the artifacts and shipping some 250 tons of it to the Hawaiian Fertilizer Company in San Francisco. Alfred Kroeber, founder of the University of California Anthropology Department, was contacted by Hart and Pune when they reportedly found prehistoric artifacts. This spurred The first archaeological dig of Lovelock in 1912, led by L.L. Wow, that's a stutter right there. L.L. Loud, also of University of California. Like 3 L's. That's kind of interesting. That's a cool monograms backward forward. It's always L's. A second dig placed in 1924, and after finishing the excavation, I can't read. I hate reading. Loud collaborated on a report that was published in 1929. What Loud found was nothing short of amazing. Approximately 10,000 archaeological specimens were uncovered, including tools, bones, baskets, and weapons. According to the report, 60 average height mummies were unearthed. Duck decoys, among the oldest known in the world, with feathers still attached. So they were using decoys way back then. That's crazy. And a sandal over 15 inches, 38 centimeters long, were excavated. A donut-shaped stone with 365 notches carved along the outside and 52 corresponding notches inside was found, which was a calendar. I mean, some scientists believe it's a calendar. 52 weeks in a year, 365. Most likely it was a freaking calendar. Stop speculating. Jenny from another planet. All these amazing people jumping in. High nitrogen count. I don't know. Guana must. We all need some bats. Yeah, right? Guana contains ammonia. Oh, and I don't know much about gunpowder. Only if priests bless it with it be holy shit. Yeah, that's true. Guana is also high in nitrates. And sit-in for Sithis. Wait a minute. Sit-ins for Siths. I just got the Rise of the Dragon book for Christmas. Are you talking about this book right here? Yes. All it is a really pretty version of Fire and Blood. But man, it is pretty. Like, it is pretty. There's some gorgeous stuff, like pictures in this book. I got to start reading the dance again because I got to be ready for House of the Dragon content on Monday nights. Look how dope that is, though. That is gorgeous. Luke removes Aemon's eye. So this is before the dance. This is when Luke took out his eye. Beautiful. Laenor. Oh, wow. Look at Laenor. That's crazy. That's Laenor? He looks like a white dude. I'm very confused by that. Just saying. Also, if you weren't here earlier, this was my gift from my family, my wife and kids, my own Funko Pop. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Sporking Scott. Yeah, baby. Looking good. I love that. I'm so happy I got that. Anyways, back to it. But thank you everyone for being here. You have that one too? Awesome. Let's see. I love dragons unless I am fighting them playing Pathfinder. Well, yeah, dragons are dangerous. And thank you to the 28 people right now that are watching over on YouTube, I believe. And over on the Rumble, we have 18 people watching. Please hit the like button. Let me know you're there. And then we have maybe some people on X. I don't know. I tried that for the first time. So we'll see. Cam says, wow, that is a good looking book. Scott Funko. Nice. Thank you, Cam. Yeah, the Funko's sweet. But yeah, so they found a calendar we see. Wow, my cats are having a brawl. I don't know if you guys hear that, but they're killing each other. It's awesome. Two little wild men. Interesting, the radiocarbon dating done on follow-up visits found vegetable materials dating back to, 2030 BC, a human femur dating to 1450 BC, a human muscle tissue? Wow, because they were mummies, maybe? 1420 BC, and the basketry dating back to 1218 BC. Archaeologists concluded from this that human occupation of Love Cave by this culture started in 1500 BC. Today's anthropologists called the people who lived in the area the Lovelock culture, with the period lasting some 3,000 years. Many archaeologists believe that the Lovelock culture was replaced by northern Paiutes. I don't know. This is the cave. I guess you can go travel it. That's pretty cool. There's some debate as to the veracity of claims made regarding the Lovelock giants. During the initial excavation, there were reports of mummified remains being found of two red-haired giants. One was a female. She was only 6'5", and the other was a male over 8 feet tall. However, no such evidence remains. I wonder why. I wonder who else might have gotten involved in Lovelock. Dare I say it? I don't know. True. But I'm guessing Smithsonian got involved in this. In Sarah Winnemucca Hopkins' book, we'll just say Sarah Hopkins, Life Among the Paiutes, Their Wrongs and Claims, she does not mention giants, but does refer to so-called barbarians. Skeptics claim that chemical staining by earth after burial was a likely reason why mummified remains have red hair instead of black. Like most Indians in the area, a study done at the University of Nevada indicates the giants were about 6 feet tall and not up to 8 feet tall, as had been claimed. To others, the uncovering of 15-inch sandals at Lovelock Cave is proof enough that the Paiute tale is real. In an article published in Nevada Review Minor in 1931, in February and June of the same year, it was reported that two very large skeletons were found in the Humboldt Dry Lake bed near Lovelock. One of the Lovelock skeletons was reported to have measured 8.5 feet. So that's 8 feet 5 inches tall, and was later described as having been wrapped in a gum-covered fabric similar to Egyptian mummies. The other was supposedly near 10 feet long. Damn. Oh, those are those duck decoys with feathers still. That is dope. Some of the other evidence for the Lovelock giants includes a set of images showing a handprint more than double the size of a normal man's handprint on a stone boulder in the cave, which was released by Bigfoot investigators M.K. Davis and Don Monroe in 2013. But video is not available. That sucks. Along the Peruvian-Bolivian border, skulls have been found near Lake Titicaca, with claims being made they were from giants with reddish hair and elongated skulls. The legends tell of the Uros Indians making reed boats and living on an island on Lake Titicaca, similar to the Paiutes. The Incas apparently drove them to live this way, much like the Paiutes' ancestors apparently did to the giants. Right. I mean, from all the claims, these giants are crazy, crazy powerful. These giants are redhead, cannibalistic, double row of teeth, 6 fingers. You know, we haven't got the 6 fingers, 5 toes, or the double row, but we are getting the red hair and the stories of cannibalism with these. And would it be cannibalism if you're eating? Maybe you're not like you are like Neanderthal is not Homo sapien. So, like, is it a different species? Is it then cannibalism? I don't know. You decide. Let's see. Today, many of the original artifacts found at Lovelock, but no giants, can be viewed at a small natural history museum located in Winnemucca, Nevada. Objects such as duck decoys are housed. Wait a minute. Oh, the duck decoys are in the Smithsonian. So they did get involved, right? Lincoln wrote about giants. Yeah, when he wrote about Niagara Falls. Yes, you are correct on that. We can look that up too. 27 people still watching on YouTube, guys. Thank you so much. This is awesome. I'm having so much fun with you guys. 14 over on Rumble. This is great. We're having a good night. Hope everybody's having fun. And if you think I should do more solo ones like this, let me know. Maybe it is something I need to do more of, because it is a lot of fun just talking one-on-one with you guys. But yeah, Smithsonian. They got involved. I don't trust them. Sorry. Yeah. I mean, right there, I could end it because I just don't. Once they got involved, you know it's over. You know what I mean? Like, they definitely are covering up probably because of funding and stuff like that. It's not about, well, it could be about controlling the narrative, but I think it's more about research grants and things like that. Because why else would you cover it up? Like, I just don't understand. But I mean, 1,500 newspaper articles talking about giants and doctors of the time taking a look at them. And now because, it's 2000s, we could totally, 21st century is so much smarter. I don't know. Doctor from 100 years ago, yeah, maybe didn't know as much as we do. I think he knew what bones looked like. Makes you wonder. We are all fat and happy from food comas. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you are. Ape will not kill ape until they do. Thank you, Brian. That should be the quote of the day, because it's true. I mean, when necessity, calls for it, they do. And they got the taste of blood. Giants like eating man. What is that? All right, Lincoln talking about giants. Let me look that up right now. Though I do want to show from this medium.com, so I don't know how, take it with a grain of salt. I love when people say that. Take it with a grain of salt. I would. But these skeleton figures represent just a few giant human remains unearthed and documented in historical records, along with the historical account of Goliath, who had 3 brothers as big as he, OG king of Bashan, whose bed was 13.5 feet long, and Maximus Thrax, a Caesar of Rome. Okay, so let me just shrink this a tad, and I'll just read them to you guys. Okay, so it's still even hard. 6 foot present day man is the first one. S/E Turkey, late 1950s, 15-footer. Maximus Thrax, Caesar of Rome, from 235 to 238 AD. I'm going, if you're looking at the screen, left to right. 10'6" was Goliath, and that was 1010 BC. 12 feet OG king of Bashan, and that was in Deuteronomy 3:11, 14,000 BC. 19 foot 6 inches, 1577 AD, under an overturned oak tree in the canton of Lucerne. What, they found this under an oak tree? That's like that makes sense. Like sometimes when burials, they would plant a tree. So you never know. 23 feet, 1456 AD, France. And it was found beside a river in the Valiance. 25 feet 6 inches, 1613 AD, France, near the castle of Chaumont, nearly a complete skeleton. So 25 feet 6 inches, nearly a complete skeleton. And then you got a 36 foot, and this is either between 1650 BC and 640 AD. Carthaginians uncovered to this size an earthquake in Chamoran Bosphorus uncovered one more. Oh, okay, so they're 2 different dates. 36 feet tall. You guys believe someone could be 20 feet tall? Like a giant, like it? That's a crazy height. Can you imagine a 25 or 36 foot giant coming after you? Holy shit. That is terrifying to think about. The video told how many settlers wrote the same description for the giant bones they find. 2 rows of teeth, copper jewelry, being 7 to 12 feet tall. Yeah, absolutely. Man goes by. Oh, I thought you sent me a new one. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, man. The giant of Ecuador. Okay, is that Not really a giant. Wow. That can't be real. Come on. Look at that. It's too nice. In 2013, after heavy storms in Ecuador, a large female skull was found in Aloha province. Scientists determined the skull was approximately 600 years old. The discovery of the skull, which is nothing in the scale of time. Scientists determined the skull was approximately 600 years old. The discovery of the skull inspired a search of the rest of the skeleton, the part of which were found assembled a few weeks later. The skeleton stood at 7 feet 4 inches tall, which was astounding considering the average height of a woman in those days was 5'8". Yeah, that's not her. That's way bigger. Further research led to the discovery of 5 more giant skeletons in the same area. All of these skeletons were between 7 and 8 feet tall and were buried in deep, elaborate graves. They were found at 2 separate sites, leading scientists to conclude they were probably from 2 different tribes. That's insane. The remains of much larger giants were found in Ecuador in 1964. Father Carlos Vaca, priest who worked with hospitals, was called upon to examine some strange bones found in a mountainous area. Vaca determined the bones were human despite being incredibly large. The bones were taken to Austrian artifact researcher Klaus Donna. Klaus, come to the coast, have a few drinks. Who was allowed several experts to view the bones. They all came to the same conclusion. They all belonged to a human who likely would have been over 25 feet tall. Wow. They also concluded that the bones were over 10,000 years old. So we're going back again to the Younger Dryas. And that was in 1964. Believe it or not. I don't know. Never know. Seems crazy, right? I got to go. Love you, Biggles. Thank you for buying merch, man. Thank you. Still got 21 people watching. Create an account to read the full story. You son of a... Anyways. All right, we got one example. And then last but not least, we're going to look up what Lincoln wrote about giants. Lincoln? No, not the Lincoln Project. Hells no. Tommy DeVito benched. Okay, well, maybe we have to put Abe. The eyes of the species of extinct giants. Fragment on Niagara Falls. I guess that's the same. These are 2 of the same right here. We'll go with the one that says Niagara Falls. All right. Fragments on Niagara Falls, September 25th, 1848. Ranking 102 on the list of 150 most teachable Lincoln documents. Oh, okay. Well, that's your decision, not mine. Niagara Falls. By what mysterious power is it that millions and millions are drawn from all parts of the world to gaze upon Niagara Falls? There is no mystery about the thing itself. Okay, so on this date, but where's the giants? Come on, bro. Okay. Maybe I have to check out the transcripts. Aha. Oh, that's a long one. Can we just find out where the giants are? All right, let's just skim through. And I mean, it's probably a beautifully written one, but I just want to see where he's talking about giants. Control F might do it for me. Haha. God, you gotta love that. All right. But still there is more. It calls upon the indefinite past, when Columbus first sought this continent, when Christ suffered on the cross, when Moses led Israel through the Red Sea, nay, even when Adam first came from the hand of his maker, then and now Niagara was roaring here. The eyes of the species of extinct giants whose bones fill the mounds of America have gazed on Niagara as ours do now. That's a president. And probably one of the better ones. And he's saying, like, not just, calling back a biblical reference, because right before that he talks about, Christ, and he talks about Moses. No, an extinct giants whose bones fill mountains in America, where we have been seeing that prior to, in the mid to late 1800s, it's documented all over the place in Ohio and Pennsylvania that they're finding these giants in mountains. How, what is the reason? We have to get to that. What is the reason for them not to tell us the truth? Yeah, thank you. Consider subscribing on whatever platform you're watching this. I'd appreciate it. And I thank you for all your help, Soul. You rock, man. And thank you for that. Because I know I've always heard people say he spoke of giants. I never knew he said in the mountains of America. Fill the mountains of America. I mean, that right there is amazing to me. I don't know about you, but it's pretty freaking cool. I just like to thank you all. This has been a lot of fun. I may have to do solo stuff more often. And let me know if you guys want me to do more solo stuff. I'd love to see. I might put a poll out on YouTube, so keep an eye out for it in the community chat portion, just to see. Over on Rumble, please, guys, if you're still over there, hit the like button and follow the channel. I'm really trying to grow that one, and I just hope you guys support me on that. Other than that, the mound builders were giants. Amen, brother. That's a new one for me. Fascinating, right? I have never heard the Lincoln one before. I heard of him talking about giants, but thank you, Soul. I never knew he actually, they were the mound builders. Those are their burial mounds. Abe didn't tell a lie. Right? Is it him or George? One of those. Yeah, well, Frankie, they're probably going to get the first pick and a decent quarterback. We blew it. The Patriots blew it, beating the Broncos. So I think you guys got it. And thank you for watching, man. It means a lot. Frankie, follow Frankie, guys. And also follow Vinny Arts, because Vinny rocks. Okay. Vinny is a good dude. He has a good sense of humor, and I appreciate that. And he'll be back on the channel hopefully soon. So follow those guys. They're really good people. Oh, Ravens. Come on, Cam. I know you were a Raven fan, though. I do remember that. Sasquatch Crown episode 187, Mountain Giants. I will watch it right after this. Unless I try to get my Sporking Records going, because I'm a little upset that when you search Sporking Records, it doesn't show up, but freaking halfway down the list of just channels, you find not me, but Grant Gregory. Bullshit. But other than that, thank you all for being here tonight. It means a lot to me, the support. I had a lot of fun. Let's maybe keep doing the solo for this. I don't know. We'll figure it out, though. Have a great night, everybody. Peace.
Aluminum Spork.